Well, I get the good deed of just standing here and tasting because I have Chef Fran from Libby's. Fran, you have a lot of new menu items, and I specifically asked you to make this dish. Tell our viewers what you're making today.
Yeah, you did. Thanks, Judy. This is our buffalo cauliflower. It's kind of like a great vegetarian take on wings. You know, kind of the same treatment. Delicious.
It really is, and even though it's some of the cooking process with frying a little bit, it's still going to cut back on the calories, but the flavor is just there. So make sure you stay with me and Chef Fran for the whole hour. You're going to get to hear about their new menu, see how to make this great cauliflower dish that's perfect for the holidays to share with people. We'll be back in just a few minutes. I think you're going to love this dish because I went nuts for it last week. We're making buffalo cauliflower. And I like that you said it's faux healthy.
You know, we have to sneak it in the deep fryer, so sometimes fried food tastes great.
I hear you. So what are you adding right now?
So one of the interesting steps about this dish is that we brine the cauliflower. So we kind of treat the cauliflower like a meat. So that brining process helps to bring some of that buffalo flavor into the cauliflower and kind of breaks down the texture and helps it get a little bit tender for the frying process. So we just use like a regular store-bought wing sauce, Judy, and for the brine, and we mix it with soy sauce and maple syrup and powdered garlic.
And that's what keeps it from being too spicy, and you get that nice sweetness on the end.
And instead of just using, sometimes brines just use like a straight salt, and you can be careful of the salinity. The soy sauce helps to balance and bring, you know, temper that salinity a little bit, makes it a little more edible, you know, eats better. So basically, the great thing about this dish is, if you can do it most of it's a day in advance. You know, this step. So
good to know when you're going to a party, get a lot of this done.
So regular cauliflower flesh, you can buy them in a bag like that, or you just cut it yourself. And the important thing is that this is in a shallow enough container that the cauliflower can remain submerged.
Gotcha. And about how long? 24 hours?
No, it's a short brine. It's a 2-hour soak for the vegetables.
Okay.
So we let this soak for 2 hours. We drain the cauliflower and we drain it. It's got this really great color.
It looks exactly like a wing sauce.
So the color, you know, that kind of reinforces, I think, the palate when you're kind of eating that color. You know, it kind of reinforces the flavor.
I totally agree.
So the advanced step here is that we take this cauliflower at this point and we put it onto a prepared pan.
Okay.
And we give it a little bit of oven time. And it's important that this is a pan spray, so it's prepared so it won't caramelize. We're trying to avoid getting color in the cauliflower.
Okay.
We're just giving it some oven time to take some of that extra crunch out of it. Right?
Gotcha.
So it gets about 10 minutes in a 350-degree oven.
Okay.
And after at that point, you can cool it and put it away to the next day.
Great.
And it's ready to go. And and it doesn't look that much different. This is what it looks like after it's cooked. Right? It's just a little bit more tender.
Perfect. So we have to go to break, but when we come back, you'll be frying and you'll be garnishing, and wait to hear about the sauce that goes with us. And another new dish back on the menu at Libby's. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Fran, I can't wait. So Fran, let's talk about the breading procedure.
So real standard breading, Judy, I kind of just go to a seasoned flour, to buttermilk.
The buttermilk,
And then back in a seasoned flour. We use buttermilk for lots of the wet dredges. And you know, at home, you just use, I use just some canola oil on top of the stove.
Okay.
About 375 degrees.
Perfect.
Takes about 3 minutes, and we're real hot here. And really, this is the point, we treat it just like chicken wings. So this gets kind of golden brown and crispy. And we have some here. And the fried cauliflower is going to come right into the bowl. And we toss it with a little bit of wing sauce. And the thing is, we were kind of talking about this with the vegetarian cooking that's just kind of healthy. You know, our wing sauce is 50% wing sauce and 50% melted butter. So there you go.
So truth be known, we're not going to put this on the Weight Watcher approved list. But this is such a great dish if you're going to a New Year's party or a Hanukkah or Christmas party. You're going to love it. I'm addicted to this. The wings get greasy, and the cauliflower, I like the texture of it.
And it's got a really crisp finish, just like a great chicken wing. And we toss it just like we would chicken wings. And then the thing that's great about this dish also is it eats really well with all those great kind of classic
bring the blue cheese.
Like blue cheese. And shaved celery.
And I like that you shave the celery. It makes it a whimsical dish. Right. This is going to be in my Super Bowl party menu for sure.
And you know, and we also, because we need, I always like different textures with this.
Yeah.
It's kind of crispy, and it's got a little bit of that salty fireness to it.
Right.
So we do candied nuts is also a great garnish for texture. You know, it also gives that little bit of flavor that balances some of that sweetness. And because it's really healthy, we garnish it with spice.
That's right. It's all about the healthy garnish.
All in disguise.
I'm going to taste in just a few minutes and show you one more dish on Libby's new menu. So please stay with us. We'll be back in just a few. Thanks, Fran.
Thank you.
And it's buffalo cauliflower. Tell me about the dip that you made for this.
It's really straightforward, Judy. It's like a blue cheese. It's a ranch dressing with crumbled blue cheese and some lemon oil that we use just to.
And the lemon is
flavor.
Really coming through in this.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this dish as well. It's my second favorite.
This is our almond butter hummus. So it's, you know, instead of using tahini to enrich and thicken, we use an almond butter. So, you know, it's a little better for you, and it eats like, you know, richer. It has a deeper flavor to it. You know.
And of course, Fran, your presentations just nail it.
Thank
you can get this recipe on mysuncoast.com. Just click on the dining page, and you can also click under restaurants on Libby's and see what's going on there. Fran, as always, thank you and happy holidays.
Thank you, Judy. You too.